Yes, people. Welcome to Saeed TV. Welcome to another episode of the Call In Show. We are back with another video. Chelsea are 1-0 up, almost done. That tie is almost done. So hopefully we can get more numbers in here. You know what I mean? That's why I didn't want to watch the game, to be honest with you. Tottenham are a joke. They've always been a joke. But yeah, big up to everybody who's tuning in right now. Please smash a like on the video. You know what the calling shows are like, people. You guys interact with this show. You guys are the main source of this show. So you guys can come in, have your say. And the question of the video or the fan calling debate, whatever you want to call it, is why are Man United underperforming? What's going on at Man United? Is it the players? Is it the manager? Who is it? I want to know your opinions, your reactions, and I'm gonna get the phone lines right now underway. Make sure to have your camera on. Um, they will be picked ahead of people who don't have cameras on. So yeah, it just gives us, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the title right now. First come, first serve, as always. And yeah, man, get involved. This is the calling show. It's there. It's pinned. Get in the comments. Get in the call show. I'm gonna go run for about 2 hours, people. So make sure you get in there. There was a lot of people that missed out last time and didn't get their chance to call in. So make sure you guys are getting your calls in, and we're gonna keep going one by one. Big up to everybody in the chat. Keep liking, keep smashing the video. And yeah, sell Rashford. Well, come and have your say. Why do you want Rashford gone? You know what I mean? This is where we have our debate. Big up to Adil. Sends us a super chat as well there. Big up to him. But we're going to start with the first caller of the day. Kid Ashur. What are you telling me, brother?
I'm good, Oral. How are you? Hope you're good. Everyone is fine and
Yeah, not
safe.
too bad, bro. Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
Yeah.
The title of the video is, yeah, you might want to switch it if you want to, but it's up to you.
Yeah, because it shows me like it's flipped, like it's fine, like this.
Yeah, no, the other way's better. The other way. Do the other way's better. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
cute like this.
Yeah,
It's
just keep
fine.
it like that.
Mm.
Why am Man United underperforming, Ashur? What is the problem?
Up to you remember the first time, like when I saw you and I told you that English fans are different from the other European, well, most of football fans, where they don't put pressure on the players, where they like allow and gas mediocrity, and they allow certain things to happen where they have like these scapegoats and not hold people accountable to their actions. Like the first time we talked about it. So now this is the result of what happened for the last few years, where we didn't hold anyone accountable. We let the players, the manager, take the piss out of us, especially Oli, because people like keep forgetting, like, okay, we sacked him, that's done. No, he did a lot of damage in
Mm,
terms of where like our standards have dropped, and the things that he used to say, like it became normal now, where the players in their head feel like,
mm,
oh my god, like this is it. Like they didn't wake up until like Ralph came in, and now we are actually seeing the results of not being serious, not being professional under
mm.
Ralph. Like look at Rashford, look at Maguire. Like remember that picture where Ronaldo scored that goal? I think it was against Villarreal. Yeah, when like Maguire and Shaw were behind him and they were like sad
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
upset. Like this is not great at all. Like this is not acceptable, and things like this shouldn't be happening, and we should be like on their case
Mm.
instead of letting them go. And like I remember yesterday, wallahi abti, like I was so annoying, my blood was boiling because have you seen like these excuses that he made for Rashford,
I
saying
know.
club
Yeah,
legends are trying to want to help him and shit like that. Like
yeah. A lot of PR
where
in it.
where were they when Martial had that dip in form last year,
Mm.
when he was
True,
mentally out,
true.
when Pogba was getting abused for a whole year when he was injured? Remember 2019 when he was
Yeah,
injured for the whole year and they were
yeah.
still talking about him? Where were they?
There you go.
Like, why there's like English bias? Why it's not applicable for all? Like, I don't understand. And the thing is, Abdi, like I told you, the thing is, the way we can end this suffering is when we, as fans, especially the people who are in England, put these people accountable.
Mm.
Like, put more pressure on them. Remind them of the standards, because as you see, it's been like what since we won a trophy? 5 years now,
Yeah,
and it
5 years.
was like Community Shield, Europa League, and Carabao Cup. So actually, last time we won like something with heavyweight, like FA Cup, it was 6 years ago.
6 years,
And
yeah.
now what? 2022. Like, this is not acceptable at all. And us fans should be like acting up instead of doing these excuses. Oh, his girlfriend broke up with him. Oh, he's not mentally here. He's not mentally there. Then drop him.
Yeah.
Simple. Like,
No time
why?
for any passengers.
Yeah, why? Like, we should, us fans, should we like be like his personal doctor or something? Try to consult him. Like, oh, he's down, he's this, he's that. Give him a chance for what? On our team, even though he's performed like that. Like yesterday, oh my god, Abdi, like I was so angry. Like, especially the last few games, like I've been like not accepting like this kind of performances as I saw that under Oli. Like, this big performances under Ralph actually made me angrier than when Oli was here. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's the same
because
with
they're
you.
capable. They're capable.
They're capable, but they don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, that hurts. This is like, yo, they can, but they don't. Like Luke Shaw, we all know that there's a player in him, but the guy don't want to do anything.
I know.
And I hearing like he wants a new contract again.
Yeah.
Like, come on, this is not acceptable.
Yeah. Ashur, good to speak to you as always, brother.
Me too, Abdi.
All right, man. Take care, man. Salam.
Thank you.
Salam. Big up to you. Big up to you. Kid Ashur in the building. We got Kieran. Is that Kieran there? Kieran, are you there? Yep.
Yeah.
Kieran, how are you, mate? Everything all right?
Oh, good, man. Oh, good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. We got the win against Aston Villa, albeit, they did help us. What do you think? Why are Man United underperforming, do you think? What's going on?
Probably the players, right? So we can't say it's the manager. What I wanted to say was, do you remember that first game against Palace, the first 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Probably the best football we've played for a couple of years, right? How can we go from that performance to the last 5 or 6 performances, right? So my thinking behind it was Ralph had about 40 minutes training with them, and in that first performance, that first half performance, they all took it on board and they wanted to impress. After that game, they realized how hard it was, and they realized, oh, actually, there's a lot being asked of us, right? And every performance since then has been dead. Every single one. Like, I'm not sure if you can tell me any game since then, since that first 45, where any player has shown what they did in that first 45.
No.
And whether that's because they've been worked too hard, right? Or they've just been worked more than they've been worked in the last 3 years under Oli. And I don't know, like, when Klopp came in, it was a very similar thing, right? Albeit they had a lot more injuries at that point in time, right? Because that squad weren't being worked anywhere near as hard as what Klopp made them work, right? And they started getting injuries, poor performances. And we're in a similar position. I'm not saying we're going to go on and achieve what they did, but what I'm saying is, when you've got a squad of players who have not been used to that level of intensity, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, someone comes in and says, this is how hard you need to work. You really can tell like who's ready to play for the club. And at the moment, I'd say about 3 players want to be here right now playing for this team, playing the way that this guy wants to play. I think McTominay is one of them. I honestly think he's been really good. Technically, he's not the best. He's a squad player at best, but he's given it his all. Fair enough, though. Like, he had that one great performance against Burnley, and then he had another shocker like the week after, right? And that's what you get with him. But that's not his fault. That's his level. But he's given it his all. I think De Gea is a different story, right? He's in goal, but he always gives his best. And the only other player that I can see is probably Lindelof. I think when he's been playing,
true.
Again, I think he's underrated, right? He's got his mistakes, he's got his flaws, but with someone solid next to him like Varane, I think that's a good partnership, and I think that's what we should be going for. Rashford the other day, that game was so infuriating. The guy before said it as well. It hurts when you see these players putting in that level of performance, right? Someone takes a shot and the ball bounces back in front of you. What would you do? Like, there's a couple of yards. You try and make an effort to get to that ball to try and score. I think it happened 3 times where he just stopped. And I don't know what it is, but when you saw Elanga come on, the crowd in that stadium, you could see.
Yeah. Of course, I was there. Yeah, true.
He was trying. He got the crowd on his feet. He made forward runs, right? And I just think Rashford needs to be dropped. I think Greenwood needs to be dropped. Again, I don't know what it is, but maybe they just need some time outside of the first team, right? But you have to look at the players. I don't think it's the manager. I think the manager's doing what he should be doing. He's coaching them. The team haven't been coached for years. The levels of performance have been shocking, just as bad as Oli, if not worse, in some of the games. But I think what's great is that people aren't saying it's the manager's fault. Our fan base has been divided for a number of years, right? But I haven't seen many people say, get Ralph out. Ralph's not the one. I don't think it's about the manager. I think it's about the players.
It's about the players now, 100%.
Yeah, and I'm not saying they're terrible. They all need to go. I just think they're not trying hard enough. Whether it's because they think he's not here after 6 months, which is a lie because he's here for 2 years, right? And just with different capacity. But it's just, I just think these players, not that they're not good enough, but they're just not trying hard enough right now. And for that reason, they should be dropped. So people like Elanga should be given a chance, right? We record a young defender. He should be given a chance at some point, maybe. I don't know. Delo should be given a chance. One thing I will say before I jump off is Ranić needs to have a bit more backbone. Because, for example, I have no idea why Wan-Bissaka came into the team again recently. Or Shaw for that matter. Shaw had one good game and he came straight back in afterwards, right? I think Shaw's better overall than Telles, but he should have stuck with Telles and Delo for a while because they both played a game and then they both came back into the first team straight after that. I just think he needs to be a bit more stern. I think he needs to try a different midfield combination. For some reason, Donny doesn't get a shout. And I'm not sitting here saying Donny's the guy, Donny's the one, but he's not getting a shout. Like, surely he's not that bad in training to not get a shout. Probably the last thing that I want to say is I don't know what Fletcher's role is because that's really infuriating.
No, I don't know as well. It's bizarre. You know what I mean? To have that role as a technical director, but then to be on the touchline is bizarre. It really is.
What is he saying? I saw some reports that some of the backroom staff thought Donny was another Mkhitaryan. And I was reading that last week and I was just thinking, like, Ranić should be able to make up his own mind. And I don't think he's done that. That's the only criticism I have of him, is that everyone seems to be getting a look in, apart from maybe Donny. So you understand the Lingard, he doesn't want to be here, Martial doesn't want to be here, but Donny wants to be here, right? So I just don't understand why he's not getting a chance. But apart from that, I think it's the players, and I think that I don't think we should look past the players, to be honest with you. That's it, really.
Cheers, man. I appreciate it, Kieran. Appreciate that, man. Take it easy.
Cheers, man. You too.
Sit a bit, man. Sit a bit. We've got Kevin. How are you, mate? If you're not good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. How was the game?
Not great. Not great. Same old, and that's why I asked the question.
Me watching it back home. I mean, let's be honest, when he switched to the 4-2-3-1, it looked good at first. Like the first maybe 10 minutes, we actually got dominant on the ball. But then once Villa started getting the chances, we started collapsing. We started to fall asleep. I think United needs to stop taking their foot off the pedal every time we take the lead because we always fall behind. Typical Manchester United fashion, we always collapse. And I mean, to be fair with you, Villa kind of wasted their chances as well. So I kind of felt relaxed in a way, but at the same time, it was a bit nerve wracking because the way they pressed us, the way they countered us, and knowing how slow our defense is, we need to stop this 4-2-2-2. And I think it's better going forward. I'm thinking maybe the 4-3-3 attack could work. Maybe I think we should give Jesse Lingard a chance. I think we should give Martial a chance. Because I'm hearing Martial's out of the door, but I think maybe if you give him a chance, you never know. It could change his fortunes at the club. I'm as much as I love Marcus Rashford, whatever he's doing off the pitch, fair play to him. But what he's doing on the pitch right now, boy, I've not seen a terrible Marcus Rashford played this before. People, I get it by his surgery and his injury and stuff, but yeah.
Do you think you'll ever get back to the Rashford of old for you?
Do you know what? There's a player like Ronaldo in the dressing room, and when people say he's the problem, clearly he isn't, because you see the performances are still bad even without him. And as a massive Ronaldo fan myself, I think I'm sorry to say, but he is not the problem. To all the people who are saying he is the problem. But I mean, people have their own opinions, but I don't think he's the problem. He scored without his goals, we'd be
in terms of stylistically, would be better.
I think the thing is, right, our wingers are selfish, so it kind of affects the team in a way. We don't have service. There's barely any service to Ronaldo, and that's not Ronaldo's fault. It's the fact that nobody plays good balls in the box. Cavani, even to Cavani yesterday, he lacked service. So our service to our strikers, our wingers are a bit poor. I think maybe we should play Sancho, Lingard on another wing, and I think we should play Bruno or Donny just behind. Since McTominay is now suspended, thank the Lord. I'm sick of that guy. Luke Shaw as well. Not going to cut it for me. I think it's time to move them on. And Maguire as captain, nah, take it off him right now. The issues in the dressing room have to be on Maguire, because he as a captain should be the one that's fixing the issues as a captain, as a leader. He's clearly not showing that. For me, we should give it to Bruno or Ronaldo, because they're both real leaders. De Gea, one of them. Somebody who's been at the club for so long, has all the experience, has been with nearly every manager Man United has had in this generation. I think we should do it like that, and then play Matic as CDM, because we don't have a CDM, and Matic is the only way to go for me. As much as Matic has been poor, we still have to play him as CDM because we lack him, because we lack CDM. Yeah, so I still think we need to go out and buy one in January, maybe one centre back just to cover up. And literally, look at Digne was available. We could have gone for him.
Aston Villa bound. They showed ambition.
Exactly.
So it's about ambition, isn't it?
Yeah. If you show ambition, you it just goes to show you're ready to win. United in the summer showed that they had the ambition, but at the same time, the mentality was not there. You can have the ambition, but the mentality has to be there as well.
Absolutely.
And as well, I think. Do you think Ronaldo will start this weekend?
I think he will come back if he's fit and available. I think he will. I think we should go to a 4-3-3 attack as well on the weekend, just to see if it works. And we should press with the 3 midfield, 3 behind, not press 2 and 2. Playing 2 central attacking midfield, playing 2 strikers is not going to work. So yeah, you want me to give you my score prediction as well for the weekend? Yeah, go for it.
I'll go 2-1 United.
Okay.
2-1. I'll back the boys.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get the result. Hope and pray. It's all hope and pray at this point, isn't it?
Exactly. Big up to you, Kevin.
No, big up to you, man. Thank you for having me on again.
Thanks for coming on. Next caller, Belay Visuals. Normally we want to let you on, but you haven't got your camera on, man. Why have you got your camera on, man? What's going on?
It's me being a visual, bro. How's things anyway? You good?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad.
Me clear?
Yeah, clear. I can hear you clear.
Yeah.
We're just talking about why United are performing. What do you think?
Well, you got a bunch of guys that are getting paid a fortune, and they think they're bollocks. You know what I mean? So, I've been in spaces recently with structure and that. Me personally, I wouldn't sign no one this January. I'll let Ralph play it out to the end of the season.
Yeah,
and obviously there's a lot of players that are out of contract. Run it down, so be it. Pogba, Lingard, etc. I wouldn't renew no one's contract right now, and I wouldn't even bring in a DM, because what happens if you bring in a DM because everyone says we need a DM, it will start to give the likes of certain players another opportunity, if that makes sense, to play for the club. Of course. So I personally think just run it down to the end of the season, and whoever comes in, I've said this again and again, hopefully there's some works behind the door, closed door, of a new manager coming in. And obviously, come into the summer, Ralph has identified a few players to bring in, or the manager, etc. But look, these players have been here long enough. You know what I mean? The other day, there's rumours of Rashford getting a new contract. Like,
you don't like Rashford as well, do you?
No, bro. I've you know what? I'm not even gonna try to defend myself yeah. I don't hate Rashford. He's hit his ceiling point. A club of Man United or any top club should be running like a top club. If you know a player can't improve anymore or can't take us any further, he's got to go or they got to go. You know what I mean? There's a lot of players. Luke Shaw, that guy's been given so many lives. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't hate Rashford, but he's hit ceiling points, and I'm not like the previous guy said that you know, so many people are like, you know, Gary Neville not saying give him another opportunity. You know, it's got to be fair, innit? I'm Man United, not FC player. So yeah, so a lot of players have got to go, bro. That's just my opinion.
No, respect, man. Respect the individual. Appreciate that, man. We'll speak soon.
Yeah, cool, bro.
Take it easy, man. Take it easy. Big up to Belly Visuals in the chat as well. We got Lee next. Lee, the infamous Lee. Lee, brother, what are you telling me?
Big up, Saeed. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up with United? Why are we not performing to the level we know?
Boy, Saeed, we have a coach now. You know, it's not like the early times. We have a coach now.
Yeah.
Now you can see that these players are shit.
Yeah.
They're shit. We lost that game, you know. We didn't win. We lost that game because we should be playing we know what we see in a United team. You know what I mean? Come on, man. He has to change a formation to accommodate these shit players, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, man. McTominay needs to three players. Maybe four. Sancho, Varane, De Gea, and Greenwood. I'll keep them. All of the good, I said that a few weeks ago. All of the good players are leaving. The shit ones are staying for the peas. You know what I mean? Rashford. That game was for Rashford, you know.
Yeah.
That was his game, you know. I just can't understand. You know, I'm in a United chat, right? And people are making excuses for Rashford. Oh, he has a mental health issue and all of that stuff. Bro, I'm like, you're getting peas, you know, and we have a psychologist on staff. You can't we never make excuses for Scholes, Giggs, Neville, none of these players before. Why are we making these excuses for players now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let it stay. Don't sign anyone. Because anyone knows like it's a mad panic thing, you know. You know, let it stay until the end of the season. Sell all of them. All of them.
Which one are you selling?
I told you the four I'm keeping. De Gea, Greenwood, Sancho, and Varane. Gone. You know, Baye is gone already. I told you. Well, you know, we don't know Donny. That's a bad thing as well. We don't know Donny. That game was for Donny as well. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. This is United, you know. I never seen this before. Never. We heard about the Steve Bruce era and the Dennis Law era from my grandma. Never seen this before, you know.
I know.
This is mad, you know. This is mad.
I know.
You know, we have to change formation to accommodate a McFred.
Yeah.
What's going on here, man?
Yeah.
We should have got all of these big players that we seen flourishing. You know, that Liverpool guy from Bayern Munich that they got. We were in for him. We were in for this player. We were in for that player. Camavinga. We were in, you know, Omakana. We were in all of these people. We're in for. We don't sign anyone.
Yeah.
We don't sign anyone. All of these players can walk into. I know I'm in the group, and these guys are telling me about, you know, Ghana. We need to bring back Joe Ghana from Borough. I'm like, bro, the reason why we loan him out is because he wasn't that good. If we're going back to the, you know, class of '92, all right, we shouldn't have sold Gomez. We shouldn't have sold I don't remember what all of these young players that used to play with Greenwood. We shouldn't have sold them then, if that's the case. Every season, this is it. We reach halfway of the season, we have to start all over. Halfway of the season, we have to start all over. Oh, we don't have players, or we don't have money, or this coaching staff is this. Come on, wreck it, everything, broke it down.
Wreck it, Ralph.
Broke it down. Let him talk to, replace Woodward. Let the players talk to the manager, Ten Hag, Woodward, and Ralph, and they talk to the owners. That's it, because they ain't selling.
Yeah,
we pay a lot more money than, per dividend for owning United stock than any English League team combined. You know what I mean? Even West Brom is doing that, but we're paying way more. So if it's a money thing, it just wreck everything. I don't need no PR people. I don't need Darren Fletcher. I don't need Darren Fletcher nowhere near the team. I don't need no job for the boys. Wreck it. Get Ten Hag in. Get all of these players that don't want to play, because they clearly don't want to play. Because it comes to a point where personal pride take preference. We can't say, well, this player is bad or this player is good. They playing professional for how many years now?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Yo, we worried now about Villa because they got Coutinho. This is how shit we are in a one signing, and then we're worried about going down there.
It's a sad reality. Lee, I want to get some more people on, but I appreciate your
big up yourself, Saeed. Big up, man. I always watch you, man. I missed the Straight Jacket podcast this week, but
you know
what I mean.
It's on the playback. It's on YouTube. So now, man,
big up yourself, Saeed. Big up. Love,
big
bro.
up, bro. Big up to Lee in the building as well. David G with a super chat. Big up to David G. He says Ronaldo is starting to see why strikers like Martial, Lukaku, and Cavani first in our system is lonely up top, feeding off scraps. Yep, that's true. That's true. Big up to everybody in the background. We are going to get to you one by one. JP, how are you? You good?
Yeah, not bad. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Why United underperforming is the question of the night. It is a kind of a vague question, but why United not performing?
Do you know what? It goes back a long way, man. It's everything that everyone has harped on since post Fergie, right, has been like our identity. There was no plan as to like the route that Woodward took to how we're going to steer the ship, and the board out their blame because they place commercial success above pitch success, which is why Woodward has maintained his position. True. He's changed our identity with the manager so many times that he made a mistake with Moyes because he didn't buffer him with major signings in his first season. Right, Fellaini was never going to result in an abundance of points, and Mata was still a quality player, but he came halfway through the season, right?
Yeah.
And then Moyes wasn't given the summer after to really rebuild, which is why we might have been in a better position because Moyes was actually his style suits the Premier League. It doesn't suit the likes of La Liga, which is why he didn't do that well there, but he suits the Premier League and we should have potentially have given him a better chance, right?
Yeah.
And they've half committed with managers, so they've invested in their first season, but they've never invested in their second season. Like, LVG's tenure gets called into question because of that summer he had like 9 signings. Everyone was expecting instant success, but he came out and was like, well, I was getting all my fourth choices. So it's almost like getting upset at a builder for making you a shit house when you've given them substandard material, right? And it's like, if you fast forward to like Ollie's tenure now, the number of convincing 90-minute victories we've had are scarce. I think after that, that first 5 games we had Newcastle, it stopped there. Because all we used to do, right, is we'd kill the lot because we had a decent bench relative to the rest of the league. The last 15 minutes would just get killed off because we had a decent fresh guy to come on and blank, and that last 15 minutes would basically taper over the entire like the previous 75 minutes in the match. And one thing I've noticed, right, in the last 3 years, our players do not know how to move into space to create like the passing angles, and they will never make a pass unless there's like 10 meters of free space either side of the ball. And I think the last player or the last midfielder we've actually had to do that was Herrera. Apart from Pogba, Herrera was the last person we actually had who could say, do you know what, there's a cute angle here. Let me just kick it first time. Let me just do it with pass first time with the outside of my foot. McTominay don't do that. Fred is the only one who does it, but he just does the driving pass. He's just like in the middle of the pitch, but he'll have that driving pass. And it's almost to the point, man, where they're always pointing on the pitch as to where they want the pass to be or where they're comfortable. And I don't see anyone else pointing to their players or where they want them to do it.
What about Zakaria? Zakaria, we're linked with him. Could he do a job in
I
there?
actually don't know anything about the geezer, man. So I'd be chatting shit if I say anything about him. But I was like, even with like, so it's almost like one of those things where, like, if Fred received the ball, McTominay should be thinking, as soon as Fred's received the ball from the centre back, he should be thinking, I need to come to a part of the pitch where Fred can then do it, and then McTominay's movement should trigger the left-hand side of like Shaw or Rashford to say, do you know what, I need to get ready and move into space because I'm anticipating that pass from Maguire to Fred to then McTominay, and I'm going to get my space. And it literally brings out your opposition out of their space. You have a look what City, Brighton, and Liverpool do. It's like watching a Rolex. The cogs in the Rolex. It's so seamless and beautiful, man. And I think if we're going to change anything, you need to change about 7 players from the starting 11, because when when people say, I'd rather teach someone from scratch rather than teach someone who's got familiarity with the subject, because all habits die hard. And I think they need to do something to basically have new people come in, set a fresh new perspective, have a point to prove. And like I said on the previous ones, we always do better with the unknown quantities, man, or the people that are just about to hit their peak. Zachariah's he's almost like, like what Vidic and Ever used to be. He's almost like people know about him enough, but no one's going to take the punt on him.
Yes.
And like I said, I want McTominay out. The guy's a dead baller. He doesn't have to pass. He hides behind plays, so he knows the pass can't come to him. Do you know what I mean? He'll do. And even his tackling is a myth, man. His tackling's a fucking myth. Is a myth. Where does he ever? He runs into players and he creates fouls.
What did you make of the comments when Ralph Rangnick said, he could be future captain, and he's, is that, a lot of
he's taking a piss. Thing is, I don't think he uses social media. I don't think so. I don't think he is. I think if he actually knew the sentiment of the fans towards McTominay, I think he'd be a bit more clever with what he's saying. But he's got Chris Harmis and all these guys that have come in, but they're not his main people. He even said at the start, he's like, the people that I normally want to work with, they're at other clubs, so therefore I can't.
That's true. That is true.
Do you know what I mean? So he can't really commentate these people right at the moment. So at the end of the day, I think let him come in, do the 6 months. I'd rather have had him come in and actually set the standard and actually make some of these guys think, shit, I've got, there's another manager coming. He's probably going to choose him. He's going to be letting this new manager know exactly what the case is, who's been working hard, who's actually been focusing, which is why I'm happy that he gave Elanga a chance, because I think with Elanga, regardless of whether his ability is actually that good, because I actually don't rate him technically, or I'm not his biggest fan. But at least he'll say, do you know what, I've got no problems dropping you. But he needs to stop sticking with Bruno and rewarding Bruno and Rashford, man. They need to be taken off for like the next 5 to 7 games. Why are you going to keep on? And you're maintaining this culture of, it don't matter what I do, as long as I show heart and passion, I know I'm going to get selected, and that's all the manager cares about. The moment you care about heart and passion, which should be mandatory anyway, above footballing ability, like I said, I don't think
Donny go downhill. Yeah.
And I don't think Donny's that great. Honestly, I think Donny, his time has passed. He's never going to be, mate. There are some people that have come into this league from opposing league, mate. Suarez, Van Nistelrooy, RVP, David Silva. They came in, not the biggest of statures, but they came into this league, and mate, those guys played for centre forward, so they're going up against these big centre backs. Yeah, you don't need to have a season to mold into a league. Mate, Fabinho came in and dominated the league straight away. Do you know what I mean? I think people who Pep have bought have taken a year to adjust, but that's because they need to play to his style, not because of the physicality of the league. Yeah, I think this whole myth about getting people to come in and get used to the physicality is a myth. If you can't hack it in your first season, get out of here. And if you happen to do well in the next season, fair play. You got given your chance and you need that time, but here you shouldn't be taking any prisoners, man. We're at the top of the league. We're of the elite of the elite. We're not a feeder club. We don't do this. Maybe people used to achieve what they did at United and then fuck off to Real Madrid because it was an easy life in Spain. Do you know what I mean?
True.
And say all these guys, they got the best of what they had to in the Premier League, which was the hardest place to ever prove anything. And then they went and took the easy streak in La Liga. So yeah,
absolutely. JP, appreciate your words, and thanks for coming on, man. And if next week, same time, same place,
man.
Thanks,
Take
man.
Care.
Appreciate it. Big up to everybody in the building. Please smash a like on the video if you can, and we haven't done also already. Please do share the video if you can. Realist TV, big up, bro. What are you telling me?
Yo, is my audio good?
Yeah, man. What are you telling me, bro? You good? Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? We're discussing United, why they're not performing, why they're underperforming, should I say? What's your perspective on things?
Well, you know how you say underperforming. I think this fault is to the board, isn't it? Yeah, you look at their mismanagement past 3 years. This supposed rebuild of Ole. That was a myth. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? Backward spending. Yeah, we've been spending crap money on silly players, stupid wages, and then people wonder why. Yeah, players are fed up. You know what I mean? Egos spiraling out of control and stuff like that. Lazy players. So it's all down to the board, man. Everything roots down to the board side. You know what I'm saying? And that's the board's fault, mate. You know what I mean? And like Ralph's come in now. It's not Ralph's fault. Like Ralph can fix this, by the way. Like he can fix this. He can fix this mess. And that's why, you know, us fans were so excited that he was going upstairs. You know what I mean? So for me now, I'm like, mate, we need a massive rebuild in the summer. Like I remember you said we need 3 midfielders. Yeah, and at the time I was like, nah, mate, but we need 3 midfielders, yeah, because Fred and McTominay aren't good enough. Let's be honest. Yeah. We need a centre back because Bailly's going. You know what I mean? We're left with Jones. Maguire isn't good enough. You know what I mean? Varane could be injury prone as well. You know what I'm saying? He's picking up injuries now. So everything needs back to the board, man. And the only player that can fix it is Ralph. But when he's going up to the board, are the board gonna give him? You know what I mean? Are they gonna listen to him now? Because listen, our squad has a lot of egos in it, yeah, and it looks like Ralph can't. He's not man enough to drop certain players and pick the better players in the position. You know what I mean? But with our board now, they got egos now. They don't listen to people. Is Ralph going to go in that board now and say, "Hey, I need you guys to do this certain things"? You know what I mean? Is he going to have the battle to do that? Because I know for a fact, if Conte came in, Conte would have roughed up some feathers. Conte wouldn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, everything leads down to the board, man.
You think, before I let you go, do you think it will change? Do you think they'll play better? Do you think it'll just be the same to the end of the season, inconsistencies, or what do you think?
Oh, mate, listen, man. Mate, dry your eyes, mate, because, mate, listen, it's going to be the same old crap, man. I'm telling you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Big up, man.
Yeah, mate.
Big up to Realist TV, man. Make sure you subscribe to Realist TV, man. Nah, big up, man. Love every time, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. See you later, man.
Yeah, anytime, man. Anytime. Big up to Realist TV in the building. We're going to get to everyone in the back. Don't worry. Be patient. Fabianski, Edoski, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
What do you think, man? What's your opinion on Man United at the minute? Why are we underperforming?
I just think we just have bang average players. That's what we have.
Yeah.
We just have bang average players. We know we keep hyping our players because that's what we always do. Man United fans are spoiled. Like we always hype our players.
Yeah, of course.
But in reality, when you really look at them individually, they just bang average. And when you have like McTominay and Fred in the midfield, that's what you get throughout the season. You know, so I'm not really surprised. The moment we brought in Ronaldo, I'm like, we should get a defensive midfield. But once we get in Ronaldo, I'm like, we after 10 games, we done. That's it. Because there's no, you can't, McTominay and Fred can't even make Western team. No way. You know, and you have them in United, it's not going to work. Then Rashford, I've been saying this since 2015. Rashford have never improved since 2015 when he got
in 2018. He came in 2018, but I get what you mean.
When Rashford came in when Van Gaal was there against Arsenal, Rashford have never improved since then.
Yeah, I think 2000. It might have been 2016. Yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right. Yeah,
Rashford have never improved. The only thing he have is does speed and to kick shot. That's what he does. So he has never improved. So they've never really improved Rashford anyway. And I'm not really surprised about Rashford because even when Rashford was in the academy, he was never a star anyway. He was never that kid that be like, oh, he's
no, he wasn't. He wasn't.
So, but he took his opportunity very well, and that's good for him. But I'm not really blaming the kid or anything because he was never that good from day one. His start was covering Rashford up a lot with those penalties you always get from Martial. That was helping him. So now he's getting exposed because he has nothing to really offer. Same thing with Bruno. I like Bruno, but Bruno is not really doing anything. He doesn't have no penalty. They doesn't build a team around him, so he doesn't contribute enough to the team. So these guys are getting exposed, you know. And if you don't want to listen to the instruction of the coach, you leave the club. No one is bigger than Manchester United. We're dropping our standard just to accommodate players. No, I'm not. No, I don't. I'm not a big fan of FC any player. I'm Manchester United. Period. You're not good enough. Just leave, man. And I was watching the Nigerian game yesterday. I'm like, Nigeria play better than Man U, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, players
like, yeah, I'm like, come on, man. Like, then I was looking at the midfield we have and why we're not playing Donny. I'm like, I don't know what the coach signed in his contract when he signed for Manchester United, but there's something behind the stage that everyone don't know about. Because there's no way you keep playing, you keep picking favorite on the team. There's no way. There's something maybe the coach signed in his contract to keep playing certain players. That's what I see. Because if everybody could see what's going on, the problem in Manchester United, and people in there can fix it, there's something wrong, and it will never change until people in the board leave the club.
Yeah. Fabianski, thanks for coming on, brother.
Welcome.
Appreciate it, man. Big up to Fabianski. Very, very passionate speaking there. Big up to him. We've got Danish Iqbal. Danish Iqbal, you good?
I am good. Big up to you, Saeed.
Big up, man. Big up, man. What do you want to say?
I want to say that the midfield are the problem because we're not moving the ball faster. We are not moving the ball quick enough. Like the Aston Villa game, when Scott McTominay played in the box in Aston Villa area, he actually decent because he don't have football intelligence. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you reckon
I am disappointed that Eric Bailly is going.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't make sense. Because Eric Bailly is our second best centre back. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. After Varane, I think he's up there with for me Lindelof. So yeah, I would play Varane and Bailly sometimes.
Lindelof is a bit shaky.
Yeah.
Maguire he's good, but he thinks he's better than what he is. That's his big problem.
Yeah, that's true.
We need like Dennis Zakaria because what he do is he move the ball faster. So basically, we need creativity. And Dennis Zakaria, I saw the stat. Passing accuracy, he's the highest compared to like Kimmich. Good ballers we're talking about in Bundesliga. And don't forget, it's Borussia Gladbach. It's not like he's not playing for like Dortmund, Leipzig.
Not playing for a top team in Germany as well.
And we need Hadara as well.
Yeah.
From Leipzig. You know the CDM for Hadara?
We need him as well. Yeah.
We need them too.
We need everything, man. We need a lot of help. I want to give you a last question. Are we beating Villa on the weekend?
We can, but will we?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
Danish, big up, man. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Big up to you.
Love, bro. Love. Big up to Danish in the building. We got Ayub in the building. Ayub, what are you telling me?
Hey, Said, big up, bro.
What are you telling me? You good?
I'm good, bro. All the way from Finland.
Finland, man. Big up Finland, man. What are you telling me, man?
Yeah. You know the problem for Man United, bro, is the players that we have. They are underrated players. Number one.
Underrated or unrated?
Underrated. Like, I don't know. Sorry about my English.
No, it means overrated. That you mean
overrated players. Number one.
Yeah.
For example, Michael Rashford and Greenwood, bro. According to 2002, 2003, when we had Wayne Rooney, 18 years old, and Cristiano Ronaldo, 18 years old, back in the days, they used to play for the batch, bro. You feel me? But this team that we have right now, bro, for example, Greenwood, he doesn't care, bro. He doesn't play for a badge, bro. He doesn't play for the team, bro. He shoots for the ball that he can pass. He don't want to pass, bro.
I
The
know.
problem is, bro, Man United pay a lot of wages for these young players. If you look Manchester City, brother, Phil Foden, he's the most important player for Man City right now. How old is he? He's better than Marcus Rashford. He is better than Greenwood. He is better than...
They're coached as well, aren't they?
The coach and the heart, bro. If you play for the love of the club, bro, you're going to be a successful player. Not the ones that we have in the Man United every media is talking about, brother. You feel me? The problem for Man United, brother, is we don't have someone who knows about football, director of football. We don't have, bro. In Woodward, he doesn't know about football, bro. All he knows about is financial, how to make money. You get me? So I will tell that the people who are saying that Cristiano Ronaldo is the problem for Man United, Cristiano Ronaldo is a legend for Man United, and he will be a legend for Man United. Cristiano Ronaldo, what he achieved by himself, all the players that we have, what did they do for Man United, bro?
True.
Except De Gea. Except De Gea. The rest, what they do?
They say they need the mentality is what they need as well. They need a lot of mentality in this squad.
They need mentality. They need to play like a fucking team, bro. You feel me? They need to play like we own this Man United, bro. As like a fans, bro. We own Man United. For example, if we lose a game, you're gonna be emotional. I'm gonna be emotional.
Of course.
They have to understand. They have to understand this. Who are sitting behind bars? Who are sitting in the chairs like upstairs in the VIP? They need to understand the fans.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Listen, bro. Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Lucas Shaw, they don't cross the ball. They don't know how to cross the ball, bro. What the fuck's going on? I will sell all of them. I swear, my God, I will sell all of them, and I will keep David De Gea, and I will keep Eric Bailey, and I will keep Cavani and Ronaldo. Rest of them, I'm gonna sell them, bro.
Big up, man. Nah, I hear you, man. 100%, man. Big up to you, man. Salam, bro.
Salam.
Salam, bro. Big up to Ayub, man. Passionate. You know what I mean? Speaking from the heart. Big up to Ayub right there. Man, like Traps. What are you telling me, bro?
What you say?
Nah, man, listen, it's what it is, man. Everyone's frustrated still. It's not getting any better.
What, Saeed, are you not tired of this now, man?
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm sick of back and forthing with this United stuff, man. The end of the day, what everyone needs to understand, is that you got to come to terms with it now, man. Like, it's over. The season's over for us. It's done.
You think so?
Unless we have some miraculous turnaround and we end up winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
That is it for us, Top 4, I feel like it's not an achievement, but I think we'll get there, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone's just looking for someone to blame. And it's not, I don't think it's the McFred thing to blame. I don't think it's a Maguire thing to blame. Yeah, you can say these people are not good enough, but at the end of the day, as a collective, they're not good enough.
Yeah.
As a collective, they're not good enough. They're not putting in enough effort on the pitch. They might be putting enough effort in training or whatnot, but I feel like it's a category. It's a category of errors along the way that's led us to this situation. Like, for instance, with the whole. If, for instance, like everyone says Greenwood's not good enough, Greenwood don't pass the ball, but when we start off the season, Greenwood was scoring game after game after game.
Yeah, he's in a natural position, probably.
Yeah, exactly. And he's putting in, and he's provided assists. He's assisted Ronaldo a good few times. Everyone's saying McTominay is not good enough, but if McTominay doesn't play in the last 2 games, we draw against Villa. We draw against Burnley, and we lose, and we probably lose to Villa. So at the end of the day,
but then there's a case for if Ronaldo doesn't come to Man United, do Man United play better football?
That's facts. But you know this though.
And then that's the same. That kind of rebuttals your argument to say, if McTominay doesn't play, I mean, if Donny plays in the pitch, do we play better football with Donny and Max?
That's what I'm saying. It's not a given, Sage. You know what I'm saying? It's not a given. Any of this stuff is not a given. At the end of the day, McTominay, you can criticize him all you want, but he has effectively won us the games. The 2 games, the Burnley game and the game against Villa. So at the end of the day, that's obviously he's not. I wouldn't say going forward, you couldn't rely on McTominay for 38 games. You couldn't rely on him for 38 games to do what he's doing. But at the same time, when he does play, he can play to a certain level where he can win you games. He can control games. But that goes down to the coaching. These players are not getting coached. These players are getting bought on. Oh, this person's making a name for themselves. This person's going to be worth this much in the future. Let's buy him. I'm hearing that Dennis Zakaria is £6 million.
I would go for him. A lot of people are saying
that's £6 million is nothing to these people. Yeah,
it's light work.
So they should just, if they've got nothing to lose with this purchase, especially at this time, they've got nothing to lose. And I think even if you was to at 25 years of age, if you bought Dennis Zakaria for £6 million and it didn't work out after 2 years, you could probably sell it for 20. So what are you really losing here? Do you know what I mean? What you're not really. It's a no-brainer. There's no real risk in buying this guy at this time, but they won't do it because they've got this idea, this mindset on their board that they know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They're on this information stuff because I'm pretty sure the board don't watch football. They don't appreciate football like that. So they're never going to make the right choices. But we do. For me, what makes me laugh is that Sir Alex Ferguson comes there. He knows the game better than anyone. He's the greatest manager that's ever blessed the English game. He sits there in the stands and watches this shit and doesn't have nothing to say. No input. That's why I don't believe it, Saeed, because he sits there and watches this shit. He's someone who knows football, he knows plays, he knows mentality, he knows how to, and he's a director. He's not just an ex-manager, he's a director of Man United. So what direction are you directing? Like you're meant to be one of the best. So for me, it just goes down to the players. Everyone's saying the players are not good enough. I just think it's down to coaching. I think that some of these players have got silly contract deals that they can't, because Martial can't get out of the club. He wants to leave. He said he wants to leave.
I know.
He can't get out of the club because no one wants to pay his wages.
Trapped, man. We're trapped.
So but that's what I'm trying to say. Well, that's what I'm saying. Say they're not taking this. They're not taking it in that we're giving players too much money because we can't even get them out the club. So
facts.
We need to stop giving these players these deals. And because players, I'm not gonna lie, you've seen it all around the league. Ozil, Aubameyang, all these players, they get these big contracts, and that's it for them. They're done.
That's true.
They're done. So you need to have a pay structure where it comes to a certain. The best players get the 300 bags, the 250 bags a week. Yeah, the best players, the performing players, and they don't come here on that. And that's where they're going wrong, because I'm not going to lie, Varane, I think, how much is Varane on? 300 odd bags?
I don't know, but he's on high wages. 250.
He hasn't played near enough football to think. I said that basically. I don't think he's good enough for the league. I think he's a bit lightweight. I think this league's a bit tough for him. I don't know. Wow. I don't think he's gonna.
It's too early to say, man.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna ask you a quick question because I want to try and get more people on.
Yeah.
Prediction for Saturday. Give me one prediction.
Well, I think to be honest with you, I don't know if this is. I've got my Man United goggles on, but I think we're going to beat them. That's just. I don't know if I've got the goggles on.
Maybe you have. I think you have.
But to be honest with you, the chances that I saw, even with the Rashford incident, you know when Greenwood had a shot and Rashford just stood there and watched the ball, Ronaldo's lapping that up. Ronaldo's lapping up. So I think the Ronaldo factor will come into play big time on against Villa on the weekend. So I don't know if I've got my goggles on, but I'm gonna go for. I'm going to say 2-1, 2-1, 2-0.
2-1, yeah. It's going to go that kind of game, yeah.
Yeah.
Traps, man. When are you next at the game? West Ham, innit?
I'm coming for West Ham, yeah.
Yeah. Right, I'll see you there then.
All right, cool, mate. See you soon.
Man. Still a bit, man. Sachin, how are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
What's going wrong, man? Let me know your thoughts, man.
Okay, so I got 3 things to say. So the first will be the transfer window.
Yeah.
The second thing will be the formation and the players.
Yeah.
And then the third thing will be the manager and like the overall kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the first thing, I think the transfer window, we need to get a CDM.
Yeah. Zakaria, would you take Zakaria?
Yeah, I'll take it. Like, he's better than what we have.
Yeah, true.
And because Fred and McTominay, they're bench players at best. They're not starters. And then for the formation, I'm not a big fan of. I call it the sword formation. It's the 4-2-2-2. Like I call it the sword formation because it looks like a sword. But I don't like that formation. I think we need to play a 4-3-3 right now. Goalie, I don't think I need to say De Gea, captain too. The two center backs is Lindelof and Varane.
Yep.
Right back, Dalot. Left back, I think Tellez now. And then midfield, the holding midfielder coming in. And then right now, I think our only option is, but I don't really get how Van de Beek is not playing. Like, I don't know what he needs to do to get in the team because he's a good player. He was good on Ajax, and we paid a lot of money for him, and he's not even playing. Like, he needs to play there. And then the only other option we have is Bruno, who he did have an okay game against in the FA Cup, but that's the that's the only thing we got. And then up front, this will be, I think, Sancho on the left. Either Ronaldo or Cavani up top, one of the two. And then right wing, I'm going to stick with Greenwood, but I think the thing is he needs to pass because in the FA Cup he would do a good move and then he just needed to make that pass, but he would keep dribbling. And then I think players that need to be dropped and need to figure out their shit is Maguire, Rashford, and Shaw. I think these players. I know they're better than this, but
true.
Not playing. They just need to figure out their shit.
Yeah. Big up, man. Big up, Sachi, man. Always a pleasure you coming on, man. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Love, bro. Love, man. Big up to Sachin in the building. Big up everybody who's watching. I know there's a Classico one and other games on, so big up the ones that are tuning in. Big up the ones who are supporting the channel as always. Harvey, what are you gonna say today, man? What wild stuff are you gonna say today, man?
Nothing wild, bro. I'm just preaching facts, man. Scott McTominay doing
here we go.
Doing the business, you get me? So yeah, man.
Why do you love Scott McTominay? Because the whole fan base doesn't really rate him. Sorry, I would say a section of the fan base don't really rate him. But why do you rate him, Scott McTominay? Let us know why you rate him highly.
Honestly, from my point of view, from what I look for in a footballer, he just ticks the boxes for me, you know. I know some players, they're not. I guess I'm kind of old school and I believe in hard work, determination, desire, passion, all that.
How old are you?
23.
Yes, you're not old school, are you then?
I mean, I guess I'm an old soul.
Old school mentality. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, man. So that's just me. I know he's not a fancy player or anything. He's not no Pogba, which I do rate as well. He's one of my favorite players of the club. But just Scott McTominay, he's a different level. I just think he's different gravy with those traits. So that's just my opinion.
So apart from Scott McTominay, can we talk about why United are not performing? Is there any reason why they're not performing?
It's a lot, you know. We're kind of in a sticky situation because the formation and the players, it's not compatible, you know. The last caller, he was talking about playing a 4-3-3. I don't think we have the players to play a 4-3-3. I think we need Bruno in that 10 role. The only choice I would play with a 4-3-3 with the 3 flat midfield would probably be Pogba, McTominay, and Fred. That would be my flat 3 because I think Pogba's the only player that can actually, because what's that term they use? The mezzala, right? that Italian term. Yeah,
Mezzala.
we need him playing in that flat three, and I think those three would really complement each other. And that's just my opinion. I know you guys don't like McFred, so, but yeah, and really up top, it's difficult because Ronaldo, I don't think he can play as a lone striker, so that's why we kind of need to play two strikers. And the only real thing we have is we do have true wingers. So it's a sticky situation. Like the club, the players in general, it's kind of all over the place. So it's messy. It's a messy situation.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up, Habby, for coming on, bro. As always, man. Love for the support, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, T.
Big up, man. Big up to you for coming on. DJ Paul 703. What you saying, bro? Man United, why are they underperforming? Is it the players? Is it the manager, the system, the style, is it the dinner lady? Is it the stadium? The roof's leaking? What's going on?
I mean, it's everything you mentioned, but I think the number one source of the problem is the players. The players are shit.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
The number one source. Well, actually, the two number one sources: the players, the board, because poor recruitment equals poor players equals poor performance. So it's just the 3 P's of poor. So yeah, okay. I mean.
I was probably going to say something else there, but yeah.
No. 3 P's of poor. But yeah, players are shit, honestly. Like the season's done. Like, I don't understand now. Like, I'm so disinterested with Man United right now. Like, it's so like they're putting out PR every moment. You know, I just recently saw a few minutes ago, we're looking at Basuma for the summer. So I'm like, this club's not serious at all. This club's not serious. And for me, anyone who's expecting anything this season, there was a caller 2 callers ago who said we might make top 4. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, I mean, Arsenal haven't won a game this year. Hopefully, if they lose on Saturday, then their dip in form starts. But listen, I can't really be depending on teams to slip up now. Just so we could get back to the 4th place. And even if we get 4th, we were supposed to get 4th anyway. So it's not really an achievement. So at this point, there's nothing unless we win a Champions League. That's when I'd lose my shit. But other than that, this season, it's a wrap. The players, disgraceful. I'll sell most of them. Rashford, listen, I said my piece about Rashford. Shame on everyone in this fan base who said Rashford was better than Martial, who always wanted to put Rashford against Martial to make it look like, oh yeah, he's doing more, giving more effort. He could have scored against Aston Villa on Monday. Just stopped running. No desire. I don't know what's going on with Rashford. I'm not going to be here beating up on him saying
it's done now. Rashford's story's done.
He's reached his ceiling. I feel like the chapter is ended. That's why for me, I keep saying if Martial wants to leave and we let him go, Rashford needs to go too, so we end the story. Not that we keep one and then we sell, another one. Like, if we want to sell, more than half of these players, let them all go. Let's not say, okay, fine, we'll sell Martial, but keep Rashford. Or we'll sell Fred and keep McTominay. Bro, if you want to start all over again, just pack everyone up in a bin bag and ship it all out. You feel me? Ship it all out. So let's build from the top again. So, but pretty much the season's dead. There's nothing really to look forward to, and it's just vibes FC at this point. So yeah.
Big up, man. Love as always, DJ Cole.
And we're losing on Saturday too, by the way. I know a lot of people have hope. We're losing on Saturday because
draw for me.
When you look at the law of averages, right? When we played West Ham earlier this season, I said we were going to lose one game. We lost the Carabao Cup game. I know we're going to lose one game. We've already won against the FA Cup And we weren't really supposed to win that. So I know we're going to lose on Saturday. So it's a loss impending. Sorry to spoil the mood for all you optimistic United fans, but we're shit. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, big up to you, DJ Paul, man. Appreciate that,
yeah,
bro.
Man. No problem, man. You know what it is.
Love, bro. Love. Red Devil there. You know what, Red Devil? I didn't even realize that, man. Is that 3 managers? It's crazy. Yeah, I forgot who Carrick's in there as well, man. Joe Leon, are you there? Joe Leon? Are you there? No, not there. Let's All Football TV. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. What's going on? What's wrong at United? Tell me what's happening?
Man, it's I think it's right now it's a combination of a lot of players who are overpaid. At the same time, it's the manager having to deal with a technical director telling him what to do on the bench. And and another factor is I feel like the manager needs to also try and somewhat pick the right team as well. He needs to learn to pick a great starting 11, a well-balanced starting 11, because with the formation that we're playing, with the 2 10s, I mean, is Sancho a 10? No. Is Rashford a 10? No. And not to say that both of them are underperforming, but the system in itself, I feel like he's not helping himself in terms of that. The best formation that suits us right now, I think it would be to go back to the 4-2-3-1 formation, because I feel like this thing of us playing with 2 midfielders it's leaving us wide open. It's leaving the midfield exposed completely.
Yeah.
So I think we should be playing with 3 midfielders. Donny van de Beek should get a game. I don't understand what's happening with. I think there's huge politics happening at the club where certain players have to start. It's in their contracts and whatnot, and unfortunately Ralph is now, I feel like I heard what Nuruddin said, and I feel like that's exactly what's happening with Ralph as well. If you listen to a lot of statements that he said when he joined and compare them to what he was saying recently in his press conferences, you can see there's a difference. I think his hands are literally tied behind his back as well. So it's just toxic from the top to the bottom. But the only positive I can for Man United fans to take out of this is that he'll be moving upstairs. So all the rotten core players who don't want to perform or who don't want to stay up, who don't want to stay at training till 5 p.m. Will be leaving. They will leave, because I think it's a point where now the owners are gonna say, okay, we're paying these guys so much money. This money could be going back in our pockets. And we're paying these guys, but they're not even efficient on the pitch.
Yeah.
You understand? So I feel like it could be a point where the club is will be willing to cut their losses. Because right now, look, if people think that that's not possible, if the only reason Martial is not gone right now is because of his high wages, otherwise he would have left. Under Mourinho, is Martial leaving? No. Is anyone else leaving? There was no power. So I feel like somewhat there is power, somewhat returned to the manager, and I think Ralph is also gonna allude to that. He's gonna tell the board to give that necessary power to the next manager. Otherwise, we won't succeed. He's literally gonna tell them that when he moves upstairs. So,
yeah. Someone say talk about Zachariah. Would you buy? Would you tell Man United to buy Zachariah?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For 6 million, are we having a laugh here?
Yeah, I know.
Come on, this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. Let's All Football. Appreciate you calling in, and hopefully we'll speak next week, man. Big up to you.
Definitely, man. Big up.
Big up, bro. Big up to you. We have Noah. Noah, sorry about the wait, brother. Are you there? Noah?
Yeah.
No. I can't see Noah. Must be having technical difficulties in the chat. But But big up to everybody who's watching. Please smash a like on the video if you can. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes until Noah comes back. We're gonna get your comments here first. 4-2-3-1. Diego Dallo, Varane, Jones, Telles, Matic, Donny, Bruno, Sancho, Ilango, and Ronnie. We don't have Noah just yet. Gusto, have you got a camera on or? Gusto, you're on mute. You're on mute, Gusto. You there, bro? Have you got a camera on or? Are you there, bro? Gusto, are you there? Dead internet. Dead. Right, we are going to wrap it up here then, people. That was the end of the calling show. There is no people in the comments for more calls. So, people, big up, man. I know everybody's watching the Chelsea game. I know everybody's watching the El Clasico. So, big up to everybody who tuned in. We're going to be back next week, our usual time, Tuesday, as the fixture list eases. But to be fair, though, are we playing Brentford next weekend? Let me check the fixtures. Let me check the fixtures. Yeah, we are playing them next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is Brentford. Crazy, man. The fixture list just keep going and going and going. Oh, we got a couple of people who are here. Jala, you there? No. Marili Luwani, how are you, brother?
Hey, how you doing, Saeed?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. You'll be the last call of the night, so give your say.
Well, where do I start with this team? The main problem with us, I think, is Sir Alex Ferguson and his class of 98 or whatever. Because I believe that they've been whispering in Woodward's ears since the beginning. Okay? When Moyes came in, the same players that are yelling or player power today, like Rio and his people, they stabbed Moyes in the back. Okay, and after Moyes is gone, Van Gaal came. The guy literally couldn't get anything done. So, as long as Sir Alex Ferguson and I understand, they did a lot for the club, but we are the only club in the Premier League that have the ex-players and next great manager interfere in the club's business on a daily basis, and that's the issue we have. When Klopp came to Liverpool, he made it clear that they were going to write their own history, him and his players. He made that clear, and he literally told them to take their history and show it, that this is his time and this is the time of his players. But it looked like every time we try to do something, we have to consult with Sir Alex Ferguson, and the ex-players have a say. You can give me a reason for why McTominay is still a starter for Manchester United.
Yeah, crazy.
Right? So, and why is Darren Fletcher director or technical director at this point?
Yeah, true.
This whole thing doesn't make any sense. True. As long as these things keep going on, we're not going anywhere. There is a high level of nepotism, a high level of tribalism or nationalism going on. That's why nobody want to come here.
From the top, dictatorship from the top. That's what it is. The Glazers.
To be honest with you, I might sound a little controversial, right? But I think even Woodward and the Glazers are as much a victim of this as we are. Because it looked to me as if Woodward is trying to wrestle the club away from them, because sometimes he bring in an outsider, and by the time even the outsider get in here, they start sabotaging the whole thing. So to finish, I think Woodward he have an idea what he's doing this time. The whole thing is set up properly for Pochettino to come in, and he will come in. So when he come in, hopefully he have free rein to clear everybody, and that will be the end of it, because he have his own team and he move with his own team.
Yeah.
So,
do you think it will get better? Do you think it will get better? Do you think we will get better?
Yeah, I think that Pochettino is coming in regardless of what happened. Anybody who think that Rangnick is moving to the top and he's gonna make a difference, nah, Rangnick is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. That consultancy role is just, look, if they name you as a manager, you don't do the trick. What makes you think that you go on the top and they're going to listen to you, right? They're going to say, hey, your technique, whatever you come in with didn't work anyway. They don't have to listen to you. But Woodward has always wanted Pochettino. He is a fan of Pochettino. So I believe he already spoke to him, and Pochettino told him that, hey, in summer, I'm going to be available. So he just have to wait this out, and the PSG job kind of primed Pochettino to come to this locker room because he have already, it's like a working experience for him in terms of managing Ego, Neymar, and Mbappe and Messi. So he's already primed to come in here and manage us. So he's definitely coming in. Yeah.
Someone's asking you for your Twitter or Instagram. Have you got one or?
I don't have an Instagram or Twitter, but I can get in the chat, message you, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I love your content. Big up the work you're doing, you and Nuruddin.
Yeah.
And tell Nuruddin to stop making excuses for Rashford,
I know.
Yeah.
I keep saying that every week. I'll try my best.
Now, I'm not saying he's bad, but it's just he's mentally he's in a
different place.
Yeah, he's not in a good place. He's a good player, but he's not as good as he think he is. That's his problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. Big up to Marini for coming on. Big up to everybody who's joined in. Big up to everybody who couldn't make it through technical difficulties. But yeah, that's been the calling show, people. Love to everybody who's watching on the playback. Please, everyone, right now, if you're watching the video, smash a like on the video. It helps with the algorithms. It helps with, just the channel itself. And tomorrow I'll be back with Adam, 9:30. Me and Adam Matic. And yeah, we'll be discussing Man United, our regular weekly show. And yeah, we're going to be back then. Tune in for that one. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.